You're the coolest. No, you're the coolest. No, you're the coolest. No, you're the coolest. Okay, I'm the coolest. Yeah, I agree.
Welcome to the BiFrost Bridge podcast, where this week we bridge the gap between iZombie and the gospel. If you don't know what the BiFrost Bridge actually is, just check out episode 1 of the BiFrost Bridge podcast, where we explain it in detail and why we're talking about it. Now, this week we're talking about iZombie, and if you don't know what that is, it's okay. I'm about to tell you. iZombie is a current TV show on the CW that bridges the gap between CSI and The Walking Dead. Imagine a medical examiner, and if you're old school, imagine Megan from Body of Proof, or if you're just old, imagine Quincy. You may need to Google him, but imagine that medical examiner as a sometimes human-ish, sometimes zombie-ish thing, and there you have iZombie. Now, although truth be told, the series is based on a DC comic of the same name that came out about 2010. But in the TV show, the main character, Liv Moore, is a promising medical resident. She gets scratched by a zombie and has to eat brains to keep herself from becoming a full-on deadified zombie. And yes, I believe deadified is a word. Now, she quits her promising medical career as a doctor to work for a medical examiner in a morgue so she can have steady access to brains. I mean, that's sure, like genius. That's just sure way to make sure you can have what you need. However, here's the problem. Whatever brains she eats, she gains part of their memories. But she uses these memories to help a police detective solve crimes. Now, she does all this while trying to live some semblance of a life, whilst trying to have a roommate, trying to figure out what's going on with her ex-boyfriend who she left because she was a zombie. And all of this she does realizing that she is not truly living. Now, CW hails this as like this generation's Veronica Mars, and if you need to, Google her. But to sum it up, here's the summary of iZombie. Liv is technically dead, but a little bit alive. She tries to help people as best as she can, but she can never live a truly full life. Now, this has a lot of similarities to what Christians believe. From God's perspective, humanity is not living and cannot live the fullest life they can have. All the burdens, the trials, all the issues we carry, all the hurt and pain we dole out on one another and receive from one another stops us from living life to the full. But we're kind of like Liv in iZombie. We're trying to live some semblance of life, but not truly living and enjoying life. We're just making it from day to day. And if we ever do get to a point of living and enjoying life, because I realize there's a lot of people that say, hey, I love my life, I'm enjoying it. Yeah, we're doing great until some other person who is not living life to the full does something horrible or selfish or dangerous that impacts the life of those who are living life to the full or trying to do so. And Christians believe that God reveals through the Bible that he wants us, all of humanity, to have a full life, not only with him, but also with others around us as well. That's what Christianity is truly all about, experiencing all of God's love, all of God's mercy, all of God's grace, and sharing it with those around us so that we can all live life to the full without like having to eat any brains. So feel free to share your thoughts and comments on iZombie, or whether or not you like the show, or I'd love to hear if anyone's actually read the comic series and if they enjoyed that. For me personally, I think the show is okay. There's just not enough zombie in it for me. And I don't need like full-on Walking Dead zombie, although that show has gotten more about drama than zombie, in my opinion. But a little more zombie in iZombie and a lot less eating brains like a delicacy, and I'd be there. I'm still watching, and I'm going to continue to until I get to the point where I'm just bored. But I would love to hear your thoughts, your questions, your comments, and feel free to share any questions or comments you have on what you think it means to live a Christian life as well. I'd love to hear that. So again, until next time, true believers.